I want to test something. I remember hearing about this. That didn't seem to do anything. Maybe only skeletons. I guess these don't technically... These are still alive. They don't live in death. I think, you'd like to see a video from me exclusively about Bloodborne? I've been planning on forever. I just never got around to it. Oh, please don't kill me. Whoa, that was a... I'm gonna get chased or something. I don't hate it in such a way to where I think like, well, for a while I was offended that other people liked it as much, and then I realized other people like it for different reasons than the reasons that I hate it. So those two can exist in the same space, you know. The things that make me enjoy a game are very particular and also tend to be very different than what everyone else... Like, what's a deal breaker for me versus what's a deal breaker for somebody else. And mine tend to be two things. It's relatively annoying presentations of things in the aesthetic. For example, like Bloodborne tends to have very obtuse visuals. They have really bad silhouetting, very bad... Oh shit, not one of these things. Very bad use of silhouetting. Lots of samey colors. So Bloodborne tends to be basically blue-gray and like off reddish purple-gray through a lot of the game. And I just loathe that. Who needs to die first? Well, I tried healing and it did not hurt them. Oh, you mean this thing? I'm not getting close to that. I don't know. No, the answer is no. Gotta try my moon, though. I think that tends to do like 1,000. Well, if it hits. Oh no. It's gonna be right next to me in a minute. I've been struggling to find time and energy to do video stuff, and I think a chunk of it is more of those ADHD symptoms that I've had that got in the way of my everything. And the funny thing about that, it tracks. There's 1,000. Funny thing about that is my the doctor who I've been working with to get the stuff figured out. I was having follow-up to like see how things were going, and she's like, "Yeah, you need to increase the dose." And I'm like, I'm sitting there kind of like trying to figure out, like, is it just because am I building up a tolerance, or have I not been sleeping well enough or whatever? And she's like, "Nah, we're gonna up the dose." I'm like, okay. I think she can tell that I'm the kind of person who has reservations about, like, a couple different things. It's like, can I be doing better in other ways that I'm not and I should be doing? And also, I don't want to look like a drug addict, you know, because it's a stimulant. I mean, that's the whole point of these medications for certain types of ADHD. Your brain is literally bored and generating noise. And that's what, like, fucks up your thoughts and keeps you distracted, and, you know, that's why you tend to, like, crave interactions that are, like, easy ways to occupy or interest yourself or dive into some random thought that's appealing at the time. What do I even make of this place? Is this even a... I think I just need to go in from elsewhere. Did I try keto? I have. It's just difficult to sustain. It doesn't necessarily... Like, it's not... It doesn't work in a way that helps improve ADHD in any meaningful way. It's helped me lose a lot of weight, but it hasn't really done anything for the ADHD. If I had infinite self-discipline, I would go back to it though, because it's a great way to lose weight. Assuming that you can, like, you know, manage having very minimal, low-effort food choices that don't take a lot of time. I mean, I could still have gone through with that if I had, like, done like a meal delivery service or whatever. But I'm even though I can afford it, I don't know what amount of money I want to spend. I need like I need to bring Ark or something back. Cut out the snacks and the junk food. Doesn't work like that. Snacks and junk food are convenient. Also, like, those cravings are more distracting than the damage that gets done by consuming them. God damn! Oh shit! I thought I was already dead. I was already mashing L1 R1. Wayne, don't you weigh like half my weight? The logistics are a lot different when... Oh, what's killing me? Logistics are a lot different when you weigh a lot. Yeah. I think people don't understand that being overweight, you can dance all day. The logistics of being overweight are very much the difference between being... It's like, for example, like, you know, telling people who are poor to just, like, you know, just stop buying lattes, you know, and stop ordering avocado toast all day. Logistics are a whole mile apart. It's like saying... What is that all about? Just a puff of smoke? Valkyrie's prosthesis. I know somebody who's missing an arm. Hold on a sec. Get him, maybe? You know how they say, like, oh, you know, just, like, fucking... Don't go to Starbucks so much or whatever. Or, you know, whatever it is, right? Go to the gym and feel better about yourself and shit. It's like... That doesn't solve the problem of being poor. You know, there's way too many things. It's like... You know how they talk about how if you have, you know, you could spend $100 in a good pair of shoes that'll last you 3 years, but you can't afford $100 right now. You can only afford the $50 pair of shoes that last 1 year. So you're spending $150 in the long run because you can't afford to save $50. That's sort of the same difference of, like, people who can afford that stuff. They save money because they have the money. It's similar. When you're overweight, when you're basically in, like, a physical debt, and you have to put way more effort in, and it's way more of a struggle to get out of the physical debt than to already be even remotely healthy. And it's a work in progress, but it's difficult, and it's not as simple as just, like, cut snacks and shit, or, you know, having a keto diet is like, how do you get a reasonable amount of calories when you have, like, almost no free time to focus on that? When you have other stuff that's higher priority to make, like, low-carb meals, or spend a shit ton of money on you know, ordering and having the stuff delivered. Because what plethora of reasonably healthy keto snacks or meals exist that you can just get in the same convenience as, like, random crappy frozen foods and dried foods and you know, delivering a pizza or whatever it is. I've gone through that process multiple times. I know the logistics of that. And logistics are, I will probably end up spending a few $100s a week. Like, at least a couple $100 a week ordering meals or doing whatever I need to do to maintain that. Or going, like, full vegetarian, which is not fun. And even still having to do all the prep for that. Golden prosthesis once used by the one-armed Valkyrie. They say with the one-armed Valkyrie. I know one-armed character in the entirety of the lore. Once used by the one-armed Valkyrie. In the beginning trailer stuff, I believe it was Millennia. There's so many M names. I can't remember which one's the one that's in the tree. Which one is the one with the sword who fought Radon? Melina, Millennia, Michaela, Melentia? Or something? Oh, whichever one. I know which one. Millennia, okay. In the trailer, yeah. So Millennia, apparently, this might be Millennia's arm. Unless there is another one-armed Valkyrie. It definitely looks like the arm that Millennia used. A masterwork of craftsmanship. With practice and skill, it could be used as proficiently as a real arm. When Male Marius, Lord of the Shaded Castle, embraced this prosthesis, he claimed to feel the presence of his personal goddess. Which could be Millennia? I don't know if I've met Male Marius yet. I definitely have not been to the Shaded Castle, assuming it even exists in the game yet. I don't even know... Well, I know where I can look. I'm not sure... Two things. I can't remember what the name of the castle... This is the Shaded Castle? Oh. Okay, alright. A+ for reading. Let me go back and reread this thing. I entered it, fought the fucking scary dude who can teleport, and didn't read the area name at all. Here it is. Lord of the Shaded Castle, Male Marius. So either long dead or potentially here. Maybe their corpses around. So you're... Visions of Wolf. Could Blade have been here at one point? I wonder. Well, now that I am at the Shaded Castle, I'm hoping that, A, I hope there's a cool boss fight, and B, I want to figure out where this dude is. I can't remember the name of the woman at the Plague Church, but I gotta go back to her. This one, yeah. Not right away, I'm gonna stay here for a bit, but... Isn't there more for me to interact? I mean, this could just be just to get that arm and nothing else. Wait, that looks like an entrance. Hold on. But going back to the initial point, regardless of whether or not I'm capable of getting videos produced, I was faring a lot better and was able to produce videos at a reasonable clip after getting the initial medication for ADHD. I did somewhat burn out a bit, producing more than 23 videos for Elden Ring, for mostly covering the network test and the gameplay preview. And then literally the day the 23rd video comes out is when I had a single few hours of... Oh, this is a proper swamp where I can't even... A, I'm soaked... Oh, I'm gonna die here. Two things. A, I get a... That video comes out, and B, I get 3 hours of early... Roughly 3 hours or so. Of an early preview of Elden Ring. Yeah, Wing, would you stop? I know how this works. I know what the coding looks like. You need to stop. Wing, we've been going over this for a while. I snapped at you earlier for this. I'm trying to be patient. I know that there's the coding mechanic from Dark Souls 2 exists in this, but the problem is that in order to move a little bit faster and not die to those zombie things who can grab me and almost one-shot me, I have to do something to move. I have to take that. I have to basically say, rather than just trudge through the last few feet and risk getting grabbed again or hit, or having the projectiles from that bell ringing thing that has that Dark Souls 3 spell basically, and being attacked by that and finished off, I have to get the extra poison, get out, heal, and dispel the poison with a bolus. Like, I get it. I know the scenario. The calculation has been made. Being backseated to death, like, you have to stop. You absolutely must stop. Where am I at here, soul-wise? 20,000? Anyways, so I get roughly 3 hours of middle of the night preview for Elden Ring. I have to have the willpower to finish one workday afterwards, and then I binge Elden Ring, having taken a week off, getting 80 hours before I have to go back to work. So, in terms of video stuff, I need to recover from that, because my last stream was a 17-hour stream of this game. Had I sleep? A bunch, and pretty decent, but I'm still trying to, like, recover a bit from it. Needed to drink more water. Take more breaks. House Marius... Is it Marius? Marius? Is ruined. Just deserts. Just desserts. Oh! Oh! Not... No surprise that the guilty cretin took... Let me reread this again, because this auto advanced. That's the second or third time this game has chosen the wrong word for things. The woman who escaped the place where you get... what is it? The woman who escaped Castle Morn, whose father had stayed to protect the blade, and lost it to a... what were they called? Not maligned. One of those creatures that are not quite demi-humans, but they're something else. She says that her father secreted her away, but it should have been secreted her away. But I think whoever was directing the recording for the VO didn't quite get that, or they just took the only line that they can get, or whatever. This one says desserts. It should be just desserts, not deserts. Just desserts for falling for that severed harpy. No surprise that guilty cretin took the castle and our storied sword. Also, severed. Isn't Millennia severed? Reread this. Severed harpy. I swear Millennia was severed because of her missing arm. Isn't that one of her subtitles? That would explain the arm being here. Well, partly. So the lord of this place, which I already forgot the name of, Castle Shadow or whatever. Yeah, damn it, Dark Souls 3 dogs. Do I really must have taken out the knife. Yeah, I like shuffled everything around. Are the knives not on here? No. But these knives are good. Why do they move everything? Ah, oh, fucking hell. Hey, Sovereign. Well, I don't know how hellhole this is, so don't spoil it for me. Two strange trains of thought here. One is that there might be some... Millennia was probably had some sort of relation to Male. There's so many M names in this game. That's why the arm is there. Probably was recovered after the fight with Radahn. Okay, you tried. Good job. I wonder, like, I don't know if she's dead. I thought she won? Or no, Radahn, somebody, I don't know if it was Radahn. I feel like it was Radahn who had the hair attack. But it might have been Millennia. Who did the, I thought what happened is that she stabbed... I thought in the trailer, she stabbed Radahn, bled the rot into the wounds. Somewhat wing. So she stabbed Radahn, bled the rot into the wounds, and then Radahn, I thought, had responded by using his ridiculous red hair to basically wrap her up and crush her into oblivion. It sounds like she had instead, maybe she had the red hair, like flower blossom thing, and teleported out afterwards, which means she's still around, but I don't know if she's here. I would hope not, because I'm not ready. I'm assuming if Millennia could fight Radahn in his prime, theoretically before he started holding back the stars with his ridiculous gravity magic, before the rot, if she is in even remotely a similar state than she used to be, then she is going to be a monstrous boss. I think she teleported out, but I don't know whose hair did the weird hair blossom thing. I was hoping it would have been Radahn because it would have been a cool twist and not having just like another... Making him... I was hoping that it would be another piece of evidence that he was just a big dumb war brute, you know, giant, you know, stereotypical, Ultra Greatsword strength build. He at least had the strength int twist, which is nice. But I wanted to know what that flower hair attack was. I was hoping it was something that Radahn did. Because it just would have been like an interesting, nice, like, aesthetic twist for his character. I got another cookbook. I think it was Perfumer 2. I'll recognize it right away because I'm sure I haven't made note of what the Poison Spray Mist and Blood Boil Aromatic. Yeah. I don't have either of these. Poison Mist is actually great because that gives me another way to apply poison, and I need that. Well, the thing about Radahn holding back the stars is that... So there's at least 2 Falling Star Beasts that I fought. There's Estelle, the Born of the Void or whatever it was. I think I still have the remembrance still, yeah. Of the Natural Born. Natural Born of the Void. And there's at least 2 or 3 creatures that I've seen that are very reminiscent. I think many of those have been landing on whatever this planet is, this realm, whatever this ends up being. Wherever... I don't want to just say Limgrave. I don't even actually know what the name of the world is. It's not like... even Lordran doesn't have an actual name for whatever the like, Lordran and Drang Lake and everything are all part of... Well, Drang Lake may not necessarily exist in real space, but Lordran and, well, you know, Lothric and everything is still technically in Lordran. I don't know what the name of the world is. It's not like Earth, it's not like Terra, it's not whatever it is, right? This is where I came in. So I feel like whatever this planet world realm is, it's been bombarded with creatures from space. I need something that's going to do its work while I'm not here. Where is this random ass dog coming from? Get out of here. Around corners is bullshit, but I appreciate what you're doing here. Also happy to report that Arcane Dragon Magic is way too powerful. I've been watching bits and pieces of Pat Stares At using a Dragon Breath, and it's strong. The FP cost is absurd. Like, it's not sustainable, but if you need burst damage, it certainly works. Oh wow, these things are weak. Yeah, that was the thing about Radon that's ridiculous, is that... So his... I think in his remembrance, I think? No, it was Gerard or Jaren or whatever his name is. Somebody was basically saying... They said that he was inflicted with both Rot and Madness. The way he says it initially makes you think that he had gone mad from just the rot, right? Like, his body had fucking rotted and his brain had rotted and everything. Scarlet Rot had just fucked him up, right? But I don't believe that's the case anymore. Having seen that dialogue a second or third time, wow, you guys are really bad at this. I think what actually happens is that he was inflicted with the Madness status and Scarlet Rot, so he was fucked up body and minds separately from two separate sources. I want to know what fucking got him. I don't necessarily know if the Rot did make him go mad. I'd have to see more of the story. But if the Rot itself did not eat his brain and just made him weak, then I wonder what may have inflicted the Madness. And I think it's possible that all of the Madness behavior comes from space. That's my current guess. I'm also curious where the Rot comes from, but I don't have any evidence of that. I do... Oh shit, are you sticking out? Hold on a sec. Are you like... Oh crap, I wanted to see what you're doing. I want to see if you're peeking out at me. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, this dog. Can you just not? So... Oh, there's this one's one of those golden ones. Yeah, 1430, 1,000 from a dog. Think you have more information than me? Oh, well, then don't spoil it. I'm sure the end of the game explains a chunk of this, because they've been really good about actually explaining shit. Come on, man. Don't jump at me. If the dog had decided to attack, I would have died. I can't lock onto you anymore. I think I know what's going on with that. If an object is obscuring your camera, even if it's doing the thing where it fades it out, you still can't lock because the camera is obscured. And that shouldn't be the case. What should happen is if it decides if it needs to fade out an object like this, the object should not be counted for calculating whether or not you can lock. That's an oversight. Somebody was saying there's 6 different endings, but I don't know how significant that is. I don't know, there's like 2 main ones and then just some variants. I'm hoping at least I get an ending where we put an end to the fingers, and I'm hoping, like, I don't know, and don't tell me what it actually is going to end up being. I don't know what it'll be, but I don't think the fingers are right, but I also don't know what they are. I feel like some of the, I could swear I read this somewhere, some item description. I don't know if the fingers are fully, they converse with the greater will. I don't believe they're a direct extension of the greater will. The fingers make me wonder if they're basically the last sentient vestige of something that existed, right? That are all being... They're the, I guess, potential last conduit for whatever the greater will is. And I think that's why all the fingers have been killed. Everyone started rebelling against them. Or really, they're rebelling against the greater will, but in order to weaken or sever the connection to the greater will, you have to get rid of the fingers. And I think that's why Rena seems to have killed hers. Or Ronnie, or, you know, whatever name we're going to use. Oh, there's a fog gate right there. 27,000. Man, oh, I did kick down a shortcut, and it was pretty close. Oh, come on, I stepped on it. Each ending is tied to completing a character story quest line. Weird. You didn't go that one? Damn, I hope, well, I hope then completing Ronnie's is mine. Because I definitely... That one I'm most interested in. I hope it has... I hope it doesn't just cut me off short. Like, I hope it isn't like the Shura ending in Sekiro. I hope it's like a big... You know... A big thing. How do I want to manage this? I want some aromatics if I can get them, yeah. What is this one? Temporary State of Fervor. Raising maximum attack power and stamina while also increasing damage received. Ugh. Even upon the battlefield, do you fear being wounded? Take a good look. Your limbs are frozen stiff. Miss is what Patches was using. I kind of want to have some poison. Oh. I can only make one. I guess I'll make 2 poisons and then hope I have a slot later for... Really? Arteria leaves? Those are the ones? I'm missing leaves. I can't believe it. I know where to get these. And the game makes them... The game treats them like they're prized, but they spawn. I don't know if I want to try the Baron right now. I think I'm going to replace this for the... Wait, don't I have the Baron on this? No. Let's fix that. You will be firebombs. Oh, perfect. It just swaps them for you. No, don't use it, idiot. Well, now I know what it looks like. Poison and take that menu's bug for you. You can put the flask in it. That's where I was initially putting the flasks. Refuses to do it. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Wait, what do we have here? Yeah, I want the uplifting one at the end. Put these over in front. Need to heal immediately upon using the Mimic. Elmer of the Briar. Thank you for waiting, I appreciate it. I'll be with you just in a minute. No, not you, dick. I literally just fucking casted that. Whoa, hello. Hey, wait a second, I know who you are. I know where your weapon is. Please stop killing my Mimic. Oh, I thought I dodged the other one. That weapon is the same weapon that a dude who shows up in at least one of the shacks. There is a stake. There's a dude who shows up at one of the shacks. He uses that. The War Master shack. Oh, there's the stake. You're gonna get mooned, you know. Oh. Oh. I never got my shit back. Did I find it useful? No, I keep forgetting to swap it out. I wanted to see if it was any good against the boss here. Next time I hit a sighting race, I gotta remember to get rid of it. The third attack. No, that's just a second use of the same thing. Hey, that was what I wanted to use. You use the poison aromatic. That's good. So they are using the... No, they're using still quick slots. I need to confirm whether or not they use pouch slots. I've been meaning to confirm that, and I just never got around to it. I've been trying to visually see it, and I just never am. I figured it would be the pullback, but I thought he already finished. Telekinetic swords are a scary proposition because it's full melee damage at a distance, which is exactly what I don't want. Especially in a crowded room like this. Gotta figure out what spell I want to cast first, too. Probably Phalanx, maybe. No, we will do Glintblade Phalanx and then Rock Sling. Oh. It comboed me. I couldn't roll out. What determines me summoning my spirit? I don't understand what you're asking. I decided to summon the spirit because it's strong, and the sooner I can get it out, the more the boss is willing to, the more likely the boss is to turn around and attack me. So, what's... Oh, you see an icon. Like, look on the left side of the screen above my skill. You'll see a little gravestone thing. Oh. Rock Sling it is. Alrighty. Marias? So this is the character, I guess is not Marias apostrophe then. Rare Great Shield. Oops. The storied sword of House Marias, the family of executioners who presided over the Shaded Castle. Elmer of the Briar, the bell-bearing hunter. You are the bell-bearing hunter. You're the same dude. Snatch the sword from the sight of his looming execution and furnished it with battle skills from his home of Aokai. Don't know how to pronounce that. A dancing blade. Infuse the sword with energy, then fling it forwards in a corkscrew attack. The sword continuously deals damage while violently spinning. Charge to increase the duration of the spin. Strength, Dex, and Arcane. What about the shield, though? Yeah, the moment I could get like any breathing room, like that's the way spellcasting tends to work. The moment you can breathe, you're good, and the moment a thing is on top of you, you are fucked. That's why that Evergel with the assassin dude. The moment I was able to reliably get space, the fight was over. Great shield from a forward lands used by Elmer of the Briar. Attacks with this armament utilize the iron thorns that have been wound around its frame. Originates from Echoade, a land of proudly solitary ascetics. Did I notice soft caps? People have already done the research for those. I haven't personally done the effort to figure out what they were, but they were like 60 for vigor and then like 80 for everything else. To the best of my knowledge, two-handing a strength weapon changes that behavior, where I think you basically break the limit. But I don't know if that just means that, like, you scale above a virtual cap of 99, or they're just talking about, like, oh, you two-hand at, like, 54 or something, and then you get equivalent of 80. Also, I believe the rules are different. Each individual arm is treated for the scaling if you power stance. So, for example, meeting the requirement for two separate, like 50 strength colossal weapons, I believe is giving you basically the output of 100 strength, and then you just account for whatever the stamina cost is. I should really get rid of the stork bow. Like, this isn't helping right now. I should really decide on a different thing. But, not sure yet. Wonder where people will stop for multiplayer? The dueling community is speculating anywhere between like 120 to like 180. I think to get the same feel of builds that people want from the earlier games, they'll probably have to stop at like 150 to 200. Personally, I couldn't give a shit because, like, the only thing that dictates what level you're going to be as an invader is, like, can you invade anywhere? Where can you invade at a particular level? And most invaders have, like, you know, a few different tiers of build. Here you are. So this is confirmed. So there's Millennia, I believe. Low level typically is more interesting, yeah. Like wherever you can lands that doesn't have damage outstrip defense, but still gives you a lot of interesting options. So in Dark Souls 3, that was around 60. And like 90 was the highest you could really push it before everything felt like shit. In Dark Souls 2, stuff didn't really have... The returns didn't diminish in a way that you felt bad going to like 150 or 200. And Dark Souls 2 didn't always feel great at super low level for PvP. So you can have some pretty decent high level builds at like 150 and get some PvP. I think with all the extra like Wex dust type stuff, it's been a bit better for people, but you know, my issue with Dark Souls 2 was two things. They nerfed magic into the ground, and that was really my fault because I was too good at doing it with the PvP. Also, the netcode for just individual sessions is terrible. Everything just... It's not even the animations or anything like that. It's literally, like, the timings are... The distance between hitting somebody and having them react, as well as, like, positional movement and shit, and, like, the ability... Like, the game's ability to compensate for a bad connection was just horrendous. I still played a shit ton of it, but I played it mostly as a spellcaster because that stuff didn't matter as much. Most of it was, for me, was, like, more strategy in managing spells and trying to figure out how to create... Like, it was mostly... I need to create scenarios counter to what the player was doing, not necessarily as much like close-range footsies. Like, there definitely was needing to manage being close in, like, the melee scenario, but, like, if you're a spellcaster and you're focusing on spells, the majority of the work becomes very difficult, and it is managing... It's like playing a zoner versus a rushdown build. You are playing a massive fucking zoner, and you need to have zoner skills. And that's a whole extra skill set that's difficult to manage. But it's fun. But they made zoners complete shit in Dark Souls 2 PvP, and that's kind of when I tuned out. I think I'm going to get rid of the music word. I think I'm going to make... I'm probably going to make the rapier frost. I might put the music chord on the left hand. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to work this out. I want to have a consistently available right hand parry weapon. I want to have a optional available left hand, probably poison bleed weapon, which probably is going to end up being poisonous mist with bleed on the dagger on the left hand that I rarely use. Assuming I don't do poisonous mist, bleed, rapier right, and then parry this left. Or no. That's the problem. I want parry right. Maybe I'll do bleed poisonous mist left with the dagger, and that'll be faster, and this will be parry. I think I'm going to do that. And parry frost, which will still scale somewhat with magic, and this is not going to scale at all, and that's fine. Yeah, I know it goes up with arcane. I just don't. I'm not speccing it arcane. So now, if I want to use Poisonous Mist, I have to left-hand it and do that. But then afterwards, I can still do Phalanx. I can parry. And my left hand is a quick comboing bleed poison. That's what I want. Yeah, okay. 24,000. I'm almost back to where I died. I don't know if there's anything else for me to do here. I think I should go back to the Plague Church. I think that's what I should do. I'm sure they'll eventually fix the scaling. I would doubt that it's intentional. Also, where did you go? Crap. She said she was going to go somewhere. She said she had a plan. I don't remember where she went, though. I know the rot was somehow resolved. Or, well, mitigated, or whatever. Shit. Yeah. The woman who was over here, who I gave the gold needle, she got up and left. I know, I don't know if the name of the dude is Gowry, or it's just Gowry's shack. I'm gonna check and see if he knows. All the NPCs move around a lot. Oh, fuck. Don't fucking kill me, please. Oh, I also need to pick up a bunch of these things. So I gotta kill them then, I guess. If they're chasing me. Somewhere around the Plague Church has a bunch of those plants that I need. Oh, that was quick. I was expecting a very protected fight. There, you're looking for me, are ya? Oh, didn't realize there was another one. This horse drives like a fucking semi-truck. So difficult to turn. Alright, where... I thought there was a group of these plants somewhere, and I thought they respawned. They were in like the back of... Oh, wait, no, I thought I saw them. Shit. They were inside the church? You need them to make the anti-rot boluses. It's funny, I initially was ignoring them, thinking they were worthless. I didn't have a recipe where they mattered. And now I want a bunch of them. Yeah, I don't see them. Maybe they don't respawn, or they don't respawn that much. Alright, so much for that. So, I was already being bugged earlier to go back to Ronnie's place, so I'll do that. People were saying something like, if it doesn't have arcane as a scaling value, like if you go in and you look at the weapon and it says arc 0, or no, arc nothing, you know, like dash, then if it still does bleed, then it's fine. If it has arcane scaling, apparently the bleed doesn't work then. That's what I don't know about how correct it is, but that was, I believe, what people were saying. If it doesn't scale at all with arcane, then apparently... What? I'm part of a very being. I would never betray her. No matter what might happen. Ronnie should need... Oh, so Rena... I was wondering about this. I think Rena and Ronnie maybe aren't... I was trying to figure this out. I think Ronnie and Rena are not exactly the same character, which explains why they were two separate bodies. And I don't think Ronnie/Rena was using a puppet, because one was the one at the top of the tower with the discarded flesh. The other one was the one that you put the ring on. I don't know how much of that is the same. And then the third one is the puppet. Whoever they are, there are three puppets. Interesting. There's probably a set of grace because I can talk to the doll, I bet. Yeah, there we go.
I take it thou hast noticed. I shouldn't be surprised. I thought I might expound a little further upon the order I envision. Mine will be an order not of gold, but the stars and moon of the chill night. I would keep them far from the earth beneath our feet. As it is now, life and souls and order are bound tightly together. But I would have them at a great remove, and have the certainties of sight, emotion, faith, and touch all become impossibilities. Which is why I would abandon this soil with mine order. Wouldst thou come to me even now, my one and only lord?
So, part of, I believe, what's going on then is, I wonder if there are that many endings. I wonder if everybody vying, if this is this literally the system from SMT, where everybody has their own reason, and they're trying to figure out which dictates future existence? And for Ronnie, it's basically a cold, distant logic overseeing things. And I wonder if the light is, the golden order or whatever, is a self-governance from within, structured from the most powerful of whatever, the Elden Lord. Then I wonder if the Eternal Will is something else, some malevolent coexistence that is even more authoritarian.
Mine will be an order, and I would abandon. Wouldst thou come to?
I guess that's why she abandoned her body. Man, everybody's dying out here. I know there's some ordering shit you can do. Number held. That's an interesting way to order things. Can I do descending? X descending. Don't know how useful that's going to be, but I can at least get to these easier. Alright. My idea has been quashed, it seems. Actually, I do kind of want to go there. I doubt Rena's has anything, though. I'm playing on PC, yeah. With not an especially amazing PC at the moment. My CPU is from 2014, but it is an i7-4930K. So, at the time it was top of the line. But nowhere near what, like, the i9s are now. GPU is a 1080. That's more recent. I initially had a 460, got a 780, had a capacitor burn because I was playing... Oh, look who it is. You're kind of not looking too hot, though. I was playing Hawken, and my shit just turns off on me. That video is still, I think, that clip is still on my... It's a highlight on my channel. It had... everything just died on me. I walked over to see what was going on, because it had turned off. And I smelt the magic smoke, and I'm like, yep, we lost a capacitor. And I heard there was an issue with the 780s. I got a refund for that, and bought a slightly different 780. And I've been using that for a while, and now I'm on a 1080. And I've been using that since, I don't even know, 2016-ish. Whenever For Honor was in beta. Oh, shit. What? Can we just, like, not? Got like red beast eyes. Like the demi-humans get. What if I use the moon on you? What do you think about that? Will that, like, magic some sense into you? Nope. Whoa, we just got some... I can just, you know what? I can just run away to where we can summon. You're... Oh, he's just frosted. He's just the effect on him. I actually don't know where the summon spot is. He's leashed, though. I gotta fight him here. Can rock some sense into him. You dicks. Blade, are you gonna give up? Why are we fighting? Maybe he's jealous that I'm the chosen consort of the Empyrean and not him. Last chance. Don't you do it. Don't do it. Don't you dare. You go home. Go home. You're tired. Sleep it off. Come on, there's a bed in there somewhere, I'm sure. Is it? You'll fit in a chair. We can stack some books together. Something. Nope. Why though? Why did you do it? Royal Greatsword. Blade's armor. Gauntlets. Greaves. Let's see. Greatsword decorated in Royal Carrion style. Favorite weapon of Blade the Half-Wolf. In defiance of the fate he was born to, Blade swore to serve no master but Ranni. As proof, the sword was imbued with a cold magic at the moment the oath was sworn. Wolf's Assault. Infuse the greatsword with frost and perform forward somersaults to plunge it into the grounds like Arturia's. Pull it out to release a cold blast. I don't know if I got a headpiece for this. I think I only got the armor, the gloves, and the legs. I have a fake wolf, but not quite the same one. Hey, I don't think I got a helmet. I think I just got everything else. Basically, the remainder of the set. There we go. Well-worn black armor of the man-wolf blade. Pelt serves as a cape protecting from cold. Blade was the blade of Ranni, but the cold bothered him anyway. Blade, who served as Ranni's shadow, was a loyal ally who would defy destiny itself if it would have him turn upon his lady. And the feet. Same thing. Didn't listen to his dialogue before fighting him. He didn't have any dialogue. He didn't tell me anything. I walked over to him. He got up and then attacked. So. Yeah, I don't know. I don't suppose Ranni will tell me anything about this. When I spawned into the tower? Oh, that was him? I forgot what he said. But it was something like, the list knew him that disturbing him from inside the tower. Well, I missed that. What I heard inside the tower, because I wasn't walking in from outside, I was starting from the site of grace. It sounded like somebody was part of the same body or something. His purpose was to portray Ranni. Tried to fight that, but couldn't in the end. Well, then it sounds like Rena. It sounded like Rena and Ranni are probably not the same. I feel like Rena is the witch who taught Ranni and then took her body or something, or somehow used her power and influence in some way. And that's why I felt like there wasn't a strong connection between Ranni and Rennala, or at least Rena as Ranni and Rennala. What am I looking for? I wanted to look at the description here. There's lots of stuff that describes basic. Oh, the spell, right? The spell description. I believe it's possible that Rena is probably a representation of the moon and had presented herself to Renala and taught Ronnie this particular this spell, and somewhere some other shit was mentioned. Where is it? I think Rena is probably the actual, probably just the Dark Moon or the Moon or whatever. And something else. Maybe it's the armor. It's the armor. That's what it was. The robe. Once worn by the snowy crone, whom the young Ronnie encountered deep in the woods. I think the crone, the witch, was Rena. And I think eventually, somehow, Rena took Ronnie's identity or whatever. Body, something. There was more description that specifically refers to her as a crone. And I can't remember where it was. I know the Graven Witch is Selin, but something specifically mentioned. Well, Junk Collector, please don't confirm it if you already know. Yeah, the Snowy Crone taught the young Ronnie to fear the Dark Moon, and she imparted her occult sorcery, and I believe the Dark Moon has something to do with Rena. So, it's possible something like, I don't know if Ronnie has a actual presence besides, I don't know if you ever see what she looks like visually. I think you only ever see potentially Ronnie's influence in the form of Rena. Something. I don't know quite yet. My equipment page? You can't. It's this is not a PvP build, so don't expect much from this. Also, I gotta change my spells out. I keep forgetting to do that. What is Renala? I think Renala is technically I think Renala is technically a child. Well, she's the same tier of demigod that Radahn is, but I don't think she has the same. I think she's missing either a great rune or some amount of power, and it was given to her instead by Radagon, her husband. Yeah. Like Renala is the queen of the Carians, who extremely well accomplished sorceress, witch, whatever. Yeah, I don't think she technically counted as a demigod. I just think that she's, you know what it was? That's what it is. She has her whatever was awarded to her power-wise, I believe came from Radagon, and a significant chunk of it came through that amber egg thing, which contains the rune.